Hey, I'm a wizard or Gmrsxiii, God mode man. So, okay. Grandmaster Raven Shadow, here we go. So you don't want to get a crystal ball. You need to get one of those jars, those round jars, or something used for gardening, or maybe like a plastic crystal ball from Halloween, which is what I got. Because if you get a real crystal ball, it's like a magnifying glass. You could burn, like if the sun catches it, you'll burn your effing house down. So I use this, and this is for pondering. This is for looking at. I see a room. I see a fisheye expanded view of myself in the room, and I can look at it and I'd be like, and then like if somebody's a peeping tom or something, using the eyes somewhere anywhere in the world with my photo or with somebody else in the room, then if they're in the present or past, then I won't have. Then I'd be like, hey, stop it. But anyway, so this is something like this. Look there. Your behavior will not be the same. This is more like well, if you look your head and practice turning your head like this, your behavior will not be the same. But at the same time, go easy on this. But whenever you're doing your Indian types of like the getting your chakras aligned, doing meditation and everything, like doing this and out like this as you put your foot to the side. This is what I was doing in the middle of sitting in a chair, sitting on the ground, and then doing like the various balance exercises and stuff like I was doing the other day. I hadn't done these things in a while, but like doing this and then also putting it here and then also here. I don't completely understand it, but it really helps with like once you do that, focus on your awareness. What is in front of you, what is behind, what is like what you hear, all your senses, your smell, everything. And then do breathing exercises. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4. But it is good to know that you are in your own mind, and that is a private and like your own thoughts are your own, and even though somebody can guess them, that is your safe space. And in meditation, you can be thinking on your own, or you can you can have void thoughts, which also helps. Like if you can come down to this void, this place, and then levitate into the void below Kether, in between right and left, and the larger thing. But currently, my Kabbalah looks like this. But a lot of the time, or like whenever I would do a lot of meditation and stuff, I would have it. But the truth about the Kabbalah is, it's like there's a reverse one beneath you. There's one above you. There's this math of like these. Like you could have orbs of all directions in perfect alignment with quantum to each other, on like going across everything. But having like yourself like this, but then having like a larger version of yourself as you're meditating, as you're praying to God above, and then as you're walking with God. But like there's this there are certain things like a medium, I don't really like to think about it, because like the Akashic, a medium, like the energy, God, like people's minds, like the mindscape, the spirits, the everything, like it's all like the ether is all very interconnected, I think. And then a lot of it aligns with the air and Earth's meridians and everything. And then your meridians with your heart, with your mind. And but I just like I had learned that somewhere. I think it might have been from a Shaolin monk. But I was just revisiting some of that. I was looking for where he said that, and so I just wanted to make a video where I talked about like a safe crystal ball for pondering, for like just just like sort of being like coming to focus. Like if you're so like in like what you're seeing, but you're not really paying attention, if you're not really aware, and then you look into a crystal ball, it helps you ponder, it helps you be aware. Same thing with looking like this, and mixed with looking like this, using your eyes like down, up, there, everywhere. Breathe, and then use your awareness, and then meditate. Like one time I had a near-death experience, and I don't know if it was where I built it in Minecraft, or if it was where I built it in, or where I was actually meditating in, like in the headspace before I had learned about the Kabbalah. But like I went into this void, like, and then levitated into this glowing platform. And there was this tree in the distance, and there was like, it was like this infinite, like warped, like this within, like it was like being inside of a donut or something, and or like a sphere, and it was just on this glowing platform in it, and that's like. But the location, like if you look at the Kabbalah, it felt like I was in the place of Kether. But like I don't know, I guess like there are certain things that you hear about in like with like Nordic stuff, where like that sort of stuff is like, I guess it's like that, like in Nordic mythology, there's 9 realms, and then there's like the different areas of Kabbalah. So like I guess like anybody making a magic system, or like utilizing like the knowledge of like the basics of it, and then building upon that. Anybody who's like any religion, any spirituality that has to do with Kabbalah, like I feel like having realms and stuff. But like with knowing duality, like with the things that are known for the left and the right and the middle and like everything, like there's so many things that like with Masonic stuff and everything, like where my understanding of left and right duality and of the mind itself is that like there are other forms of duality that maybe this or and then like multi-sided things that aren't just duality, and aren't just 4 or 5, like that are super complexities of like this for everyday situations and everything. But like but if you're specifically looking at symmetry and duality, that it's there are certain things where, like say this is left for me, I don't know if it's flipped for you, but like power, control, and that's blue and red, and that's like those are things that aren't like in Masonic stuff, and like other things like those aren't. But like at the same time, like I used to say, like I'm controlled because I was more in blue and green, but like I just saw the picture of the Kabbalah, and I read Taylor Hartman's The People Code, and read about like how he, with like motive and like with understanding of people's behavior and color coding them, it was very similar to certain things of the Kabbalah. And my Kabbalic understanding is less about like traditional Kabbalah stuff, but more about the mind itself, and more about the color psychology of the various colors of the that are used in the color version of the Kabbalah, rather than the ones that have the symbols from that one language. But I do like learning about these things, because a lot of the things make sense in the same way that my understanding makes sense. Like it's a very good focal point, like where you have a circle with a bunch of complex shapes, where you can have like certain understanding like inside of like this, and where you can use it to focus and look back at it and jog your memory to all the things that you've learned and you put into this. Like that picture of the Kabbalah, the thing where those the hexagram with the tesseract. Like I have it shows a picture of me facing you with blue on the right and red on the left, and then all these other colors and stuff. And like there's so many things that like whenever you get like, because like I have characters that I'm not, I like, because I do method acting, but I also do characters where I sort of have compartmentalized, not compartmentalized, but I feel like maybe like there's been a little bit of that, but where there are certain things where I try to do more of the vibe of a certain color, and I have a character that isn't just that color, but is also certain types of trends of or content or types of genre stuff, like that all has to do with that sort of vibe, that sort of color. Like I got Shade Air, I got 13 Black Onyx, I got Dark Shadow, I got the orange. I don't have one for the orange one yet, but then there's blue, which is the Blue Wizard, and then there's green, which is Shade, the Kitsune Fox, and with the green eyes, and his Victory, and his female, feminine. It all aligns with like the real symbols like used for these things. But then above that, like there's light blue, and then on the left there's burgundy, and then there's black, and then there's white, and white, gray, like black and white at the top with the whatever that scale and stuff, like, and there's big things to there's the big thing to the left and the right, and like all these worlds, and then there's copies of that in like every conceivable, like where you have your hands in the different things, and like shapes, and like all this symmetrical, like this thing, and like there's like, it's like the reality is like your connection to reality is where you start creating like copies of the Kabbalah into like all space, where it just multiplies in sort of fractal math. Thank you so much for watching.